Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel PokePidge, and welcome back to another episode of Get Fact. I have assembled 10 facts for you from all across the Pokemon world, including anime facts and facts from the core game series. It goes without saying that Pokemon is one of my most favourite things in the world, so I want you guys to know as much about it as well and try and join in the love. So without further ado, let's get into it. In the X and Y games, the second line of grass that you come across will always result in your first wild encounter. You could go straight into it, into your second step, or you could walk around the first line as much as possible. Either way, that second line will always be the first encounter. Let me show you a couple of examples. Here's an example if I just take 2 steps straight in. And here's an example of me just running around the first line, not seeing any wild Pokemon, and boom, straight into the second, here it is. If a Pokemon was every type, it would only have one weakness, and that weakness would be Rock. As you can tell from this type matchup chart here, one that I recreated myself and it took a lot of time. As you can see from the right hand side there, if a Pokemon was every type, you can see that it'll either take neutral damage, be resisted to types, or be immune from types, all except the Rock type, which it will be weak to. Did you know that Articuno, Zapdos and Moltres are based off of Spanish numbers? For example, Artic Uno, Zap Dos and Mol Tres. Uno, Dos, Tres. This is replicated in Generation 5 with Dino, Zweilous and Hydreigon. Can you guess the language? That's right, it's German. Ein, zwei, drei. In the Generation 1 games there is an NPC that asks for a pink floral pattern Pokemon. We had to wait a while for this pink floral pattern Pokemon, but in Generation 5, Mana came around, the Psychic type, and have a look at it here. This clearly has to be the description of a Pokemon that the NPC was talking about back in Generation 1. Poliwag is a tadpole Pokemon, and of course it has a spiral pattern on the front of its body. But did you know this actually closely replicates the intestines of a tadpole, which, strangely, are in a swirly pattern? Have a look. Splash is one of the most useless moves in any Pokemon game. It's the signature move of Magikarp if you like, but is Magikarp really splashing here? And that would be because Splash is a mistranslation of the word hop, which is what the move is called in Japan. The Pokemon Spinder has dot patterns all over its body. Each of these patterns are unique and are randomly generated every time you encounter a wild Spinder. Did you know how many different dotted patterns of a Spinder there are? There are 4,294,967,295 variations of this dotted pattern. That is a lot. This means that it is very unlikely that 2 Spinder in the world are ever going to be the same. So the chances of running into 2 Spinder in a row with the same pattern are exceptionally high. They are 1 in, and brace yourself, 18 quintillion, 464 quadrillion, 744 trillion, 65 billion, 119 million, 617,025. So if you run into 2 Spinder in a row with the same pattern, go and buy a lottery ticket for Christ's sake. The Psychic type has 3 weaknesses, and they are Bug, Dark and Ghost. Did you know though that the Psychic weaknesses are based on common fears? Of course, Ghost, because people can be scared of ghosts, people are scared of the dark, and people are scared of bugs. These are all rational fears, even though ghosts probably don't exist. I'm sure we've all heard of the Master Ball, which is a ball that will catch any Pokemon without fail. So, what do you think the anime has introduced? Do you think they've introduced this rule consistently across their episodes? No, of course not. There is an episode with a Whiscash where someone has a Master Ball. No idea how, but they have one. And they throw it at the Whiscash to try and catch it. But the Whiscash eats it. That's right, it just swallows it whole. So the Master Ball fails. And speaking of the anime, to finish on, did you know recently there was a banned episode of Pokemon Sun and Moon? Previous banned episodes included Electric Soldier Porygon, which of course caused seizures in some children because of the lighting in there. Even though it was Pikachu that caused that to happen, Porygon is still banned from the anime, which is totally unfair, but anyway. Another banned episode features Jinx helping out Santa Claus. but this is Jinx pre-purple, so it's still black. This ties us into our last fact with the most recent banned episode in the Pokemon anime from the Sun and Moon series. This featured Ash dressing up as a Persimmon, and the Western world censored this episode because they thought it was another example of blackface similar to Jinx. So an English dub for this episode is never being created. But that's it everyone, that's another 10 Pokemon facts from me. Did you learn any? Did you know any of these facts already? Please do let me know in the comments down below, but until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching everyone. If you've enjoyed this video, why not leave a like or a comment down below? Believe me, both are really appreciated. And of course, if you've seen this video and you want to see more from me, click that subscribe button. Why not even ring the bell? Get notified the second I upload a video. But until next time, I'll see you later.